from Universal. I remember he got called and said, don't do this and that third. Did you ever run into situations where people attempted to blackball you during your career and you ran into and they exposed who done it?
No, absolutely. The entire beginning of my career, I was up against the leverage of Murder Inc. and that energy already created relationships that I didn't people because they had already dealt with them.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole beef with Fat Joe was really his loyalty. Later we become the best friends. I really his loyalty to a default. Like because he worked with him, he like, nah, I already saw him with them.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? It's like, even when you look, I bring it to today's time. When you see like NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk and issues, and they got extreme going on, right? But when it happens, NBA YoungBoy will be away. So Durk has an extreme advantage because he's actually out
moving
and meeting people. So you do something later and you go, oh, we ain't on game time. Like that's not what we doing. But you still got to be conscious of street because street, you can just be oblivious to it in the streets. I'll catch up with you, eat you like breakfast, man. Like it is what it is. So you look and you go, nah. That's like when you reach out to Drake, and he go, nah, I fuck Dirk. You know, everybody young boy wanted to do something to that nigga. You said what?
Right.
I wish that he would have said something in my face. I was having, you know, like he would have spent on him just because of that. And you look and you go, nah, what happened is you left that gap. Isolation is dangerous. You know what I mean? And you look and you go, look, I love the culture, bro. It's what made me comfortable in my life. Like, you know, all the accomplishments, the successful moments that I have, that I can hold on to. My grandfather just passed, right? He got a chance to see that shit. The most expensive thing we spend is time.
Right.
Can't get it back.
Did you spend a lot of time with grandpops?
I did. I would go over there and hang out with him. I would make my business to go out and have I don't take a break, if you don't notice. I just keep going. You know what I mean? And they'll go, I have a stop for him every year and do something. And it's because he sacrificed so much for us that it would actually be what I need, because I'm relaxing.
Right.
But it's for him.
Yeah.
You know, and then even renewal of vows, different stuff with my grandparents and stuff like that. And I would make it my business. My grandmother, they went to the Justice of Peace. They didn't spend money on the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They simplified it. And then once she got into it, it became like, I watched her turn into a little girl. And she was like, no, I can't have this kind of flyer. Like, if you can't help me, then get somebody else here to help me because this ain't the way it's supposed to be, Jerry. Like, my aunt, they showing her this shit, man. And it's like, look, I want to say this right. Tough is not, it's never what you said. It's always what you did.
Right.
Right? So, we know tough, we know people who do this shit. But it usually leads to them living a tough life. It starts a cycle of tough shit. And no matter how tough their act is, they do some brazen shit. They getting ready to go to the home of the boldest. So they're gonna be around to do that. That's what they did when they put you in they classify you and put you in on as bad as you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you gotta show us you're tough again. This is gonna extend your stay. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going down. Tough is not my goal, man. I don't care about that shit, bro. You know what's gangster to me? Is to live the way you want to live. To not have to answer to people to change things. Because of how your perspective and the way things are.
Because usually Gilly and Walla always talking over somebody. You never get them, the person to be able to really have a conversation like this, like just speak what's on their mind, soak up this game.
Culture's so strong. Bro, when you look at high-end, if we don't wear it, it don't sell. Right. It will not sell if we don't wear it.
Right.
Facts.
We control cool.
That completely.
Yes. We always control cool.
Right? Look, when you see Yeezy at Adidas, that's not the first time we saved Adidas. The first time, Run's house.
Whose house?
What? Run's house. Shell to Adidas. They get back to being in their space, those extreme amounts a salesman, Yeezy's over there. I didn't understand what he was doing. He went to LV. I'm like, what the f***? They're not even gonna pay you. He didn't get no money. I made a boatload, about $80 million for RBK. I'm a high-risk investment. Just pay me short contracts.
Reebok.
And keep paying me. When they gave us the money, we really exist based on the loss on the bidding war for LeBron. RBK had $80 million laying there when Nike got LeBron for $120. If that money wasn't sitting there, Paul Fireman wouldn't have did the lifestyle brand and then brought Daddy Yankee and Jay-Z's and Stock Carter and G-Unit shoes to the table. Like, we wouldn't have received that opportunity. You know, and look, LeBron, that's why I said we 03, boy. Like, if that didn't happen, they wouldn't have had the money laying there for me to go get it.
Yeah.
So he knows I know. LeBron James, that's what I'm saying. All right, and you'll see the connection because people disagree on so much.
Yeah.
Your publicist, when you talk to your publicist, you know the first thing they tell you,
What?
stay away from religion, stay away from politics.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
No matter what the f you say, somebody passionately disagrees with you.
Absolutely.
No matter what religion, you believe in Allah, and you're saying that's not the right way. You believe in every Christianity, that's not it, because they're choosing something different.
Right.
Your political party, the Democrat, Republican, a disagreement completely.
Yep.
So I stay away from it. When I get pulled into politics, I go,
Yeah.
and I have nothing to say. I'm
That's
just
the
looking.
same way we are. We don't no politics, none of
I don't
this.
f with that. Like I don't stay there because I'm still entertainment. If it's not music, then it's film and television, but it's still entertainment. So why would you turn someone off by saying that?
Right.
I want everybody to enjoy what I'm doing.
Right.
Not just a selective view amount of people. I'll focus on diversity because it's needed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to see my people look the right way. I want to see the right not just Tubi movies, nigga. Like the best
Right.
high quality, high budget films.
How it feel being a legend in 2 games, like Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson.
It's great. Look,
Like
I'm just
music
getting
and
started.
television, you hear me?
I'm just getting started. I promise you. Like when I go up, when Tyler invite me out to see the studios, I go. People don't know how much he's doing. Even though we've seen the projects as they come out, they don't know how much the inner workings of it is, like how much it is established, right? So I'm looking going, damn, like, nah, I respect it in every way.
For me to see you with Tyler, that was major, but who is 5 major black people in the entertainment game that gave you game during your journey? 5 black people, 5 monsters.
Look, Master P out the gate, and then P showed up. Remember, I was trying to explain to you, but P is like, he's so much of a hustler. He was there in the very beginning, and he could see that I was going where I was going. There's no room to do the deal, but there's room to do a deal. So you can already have the record deal, and you can know that he's getting ready to blow.
Yeah.
Now, there's no reason why you don't get into giving him a deal
For
for
tour.
multiple shows
Yeah.
when you know he's gonna increase in volume. He did a few, broke. We take a break, we come back, we'll finish the rest up.
Right.
By the time you get back, it's worth so much more that there's no way you lose money.
Right. Right.
He was sophisticated enough to understand how to do that. Some people feel jerked. I honored the deal because I didn't feel jerked, I learned from it.
Okay.
If you go, oh no, that's what, I'm like, oh shit, nah. I said, yeah, nah, that was it.
Yeah.
Because I had sold 1.3 million records before. Now you know how many good didn't get their run, they didn't have their moment.
Right.
We know the difference because we are the culture, bro. We in it, like when you got writers and shit like that, we listening. Bro, you know how many rap from Philly did was nice, like super.
He was nice.
Yes.
Yo, those are nice. Hold on 1 second.
Candace, what's up? I think my
Oddly talented, nigga. So when you watch him playing basketball and shit like that, all the other shit, I'm looking like, this nigga really was supposed to be in the NBA. He just really around now with us, with all this other shit. That's why it look like it's like
That's your favorite
He
move.
fucking around with a little, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm looking going, what the f? Like, look, we see this only when You gotta put him with someone who's clearly had that as a focus in their life for you to see them do anything that looks similar to that.
Yeah.
To him, and that was because it's not complete for, of course, it was other things that came. But you can see where your passion is, the person's passion. And then the showmanship, you can't make that up. That's personality and shit. If they knew to do that, our superstars in the league would be too much to not stop looking at them.
Right. Absolutely.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know,
You would just be like, nah, I don't care if he make the shot or not, I'm with him.
Right.
Because it's just too much for you to, if a person's character is that strong, like look at Kobe, I look at Kobe Bryant, I'm Kobe Bryant here in music because I'm not that good. I wasn't that good naturally.
In what?
I watched it in rap music. Some rap like we talk. They so good at it, you look and go, goddamn. But the problem is they look at them and say, is that real?
Right.
Are you really doing that?
Right.
Because we try to figure out if they really like that. I look and I go, but that sounded good. The way they said that, crazy.
But the difference is you was believable.
Right, and because the lifestyle, I'm actually giving them
Right.
what is going on.
But do you think that matter now?
It does. Look, they up because they try to do it without having experience.
Okay.
There's no 7 years in between what they just said. No statute of limitations. They're saying some that just happened last week, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the people come and they don't understand what happened.
The whole crew.
What the fuck? You see the little lineup. There's 10 coming out the building. The indictment done fell. It's the drill. You see it over and over. But they're writing about the experience and they is real. Like this, that shit's real. Like their version is really capturing it creatively in a way. But they get confused. The streets always a part of our culture. So if look, there's an expiration date on it because if you was what you said you were supposed to crash.
Yeah. Right.
You were supposed to crash out. So if you're still here, if you're not going through some shit, you're supposed to be absent at points because you're sitting in the jail.
Right.
Then you come back. I used to pray for times like this, to shine like this.
Right.
You have to have those moments for them to understand, no, this shit is real. And then it's not something that means something from the artist's perspective alone. It's how many, that's you. I used to pray for times like this, to shine like this.
Yes.
Now you Lamborghini duck.
No, that's what I'm saying to you, but
What's that?
that's a lot of it, bro. That's a lot of people's lifestyle, so it's so relatable. It connects in a way that's different.
Yeah.
We know it's his actual experience and it was why he's writing it at that moment. That's what makes it connect culturally. And and it's one of the young boys, yeah.
But let me finish this. Because I want to know. I said, who is 5 black people that helped you in the game? Number 1, you said Master P.
Yeah.
Who else?
I learned from P. I learned from Russell Simmons early
Russell.
on.
Who else?
And Russell was because he showed me that you can take influence from music culture and make it affect urban apparel.
Yeah.
He showed me Fat Farm. But
Fat Farm
no
was all
Russell,
that. Soho.
no Fat Farm, no Sean John,
No D.
no Rockaway, none of that shit comes
Right.
from music. Right? When he done that, I knew I could do that. And if you watch Wankster, I had already had clothing with G-Unit written on it. I'd already had tank tops that were just hand painted. Because I know I'm going to that next. I'm gonna sell that, I'm gonna do all this shit. I already was thinking that ahead of time, because I've been bumped around enough. My first album is really, I did Power of the Dollar. That's the first record. How much of a concept change from Power of a Dollar is Get Rich or Die Trying?
I don't know.
Get Rich or Die Trying is what? It's Power of a Dollar after you've been shot and you pushed out of the business and they're blocking you. They told you they was blocking you.
Right.
If you go look back at the interviews, they're saying we was blocking them in every way we could.
Right.
But how many people who blocks you that most people would be shocked about when you found out that they sent a direct hit to
They
block?
have relationships. I'm talking about Urban, they have relationships with a lot of people.
They have relationships with Jay. They have
Yeah.
But who?
They always, it's energy they had.
I hate trying to make up
That
saying
whole
names.
system, I had an issue with everybody that was there ahead of me.
The
You gotta
whole Def
understand.
Jam?
You gotta
The
understand.
whole thing.
You gotta understand, cuz at this point, 50 hit. Ja Rule and them niggas here.
There. They
Listen,
was selling
they
more
see
records.
you coming up,
They
but
was-
not in a million years that they think a nigga was
that's
gonna
strong.
sell 10 million records. So it's like, we gotta pick a side.
Yeah.
We gonna pick this side
That
because this
side is
side
already
already
up.
winning. It's
Type
already
shit.
winning, it's already proven.
My neighborhood is picking a side. Premium is picking that over what we really are.
Right.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, you know the slope. $5 bet. And it's
That is, mine's is not, I only know what I know. Like, I'm only writing what I know. At that point. When they choose that, they're choosing something that's a little different than saying, it's our food. They're afraid. Look, when the feds come in the indictment, they said that they beat the case.
Yeah.
It beat no case. You never did nothing.
Right.
You never did nothing. They put him in the indictment because when you gave him 50,000, they said you was money laundering. But there was no money laundering. They didn't give him the dirty 50,000. You gave him the 50,000 because you.
Go to
Oh
motionray.com.
shit. Yeah, 50.
And he said, leave him alone because he's my food.
Yeah.
And when I keep having friction with them, he goes, let's kill this little.
Yeah.
Because he keep getting in the way, and they're
My
our food.
Yeah.
There was no money laundering, bro.
They in the restaurant
Man,
and I
he
see
beat the
flies. I
case,
ain't gonna
and
lie.
he said by the time he was
Just
done with his
peep.
case, he owed $2 million. How did you beat? How did you win? You never did nothing. They gave him a case. Nigga went to trial, put him went to trial with a legal aid attorney. A legal aid attorney had never been to trial. Because they couldn't help. There was no financial help or support for him because of that.
Right.
So the government is saying, get these out the way, trying to help by giving them the case. And they'll struggle to beat that case while we're taking care of what we need to take care of with this. And it gets him out the way. And as soon as he's going, I appear to be the bully. They look at me like I'm a bully because I ain't accept what just went down. They don't teach you to accept that.
Right.
Question. Who in New York City was rocking for you when everybody was trying to blackball you in the city? Who stood out and said, we f-?
Mr. C.
That's it?
Mr. C created the first show that I did downtown Manhattan. And look, even when the funny came out, because he told me he was a little foodie, I'm like, I'm not involved in your personal choices. That's what he do when he on his personal time. That's his personal time. I was always there for him. Even his funeral, I paid for his funeral. Just look, every time, my man, look, he showed up at a time that there was no, it was so crucial. I was so f***ed up, like, when they pick up Bobby and Rowdy and them, Sha Money and them is around that situation. They thinking that they are like, oh, I know what this is, this G Unit. Because they seen the group and they seen the hammers around and shit like that. At that point, I was doing shows. I made it to a point I was doing a show for $8,000. One of the premiere records was I Can Love You Better.
Yeah.
My version of LL Cool J's record.
Yeah.
I did everybody's record over.
Over everybody.
So I was doing this shit, and it was like, my targeted audience is the neighborhood. So I'm not making a commercial hit record out of it. I'm taking your commercial hit and making a record that the hood understands.
Yeah.
You said you could love her better. I said she's after my cheddar. You know, and it's a distorted perception of everything that was done for commercial purposes that I'm doing. It's what R&B music is now. R&B is singing a record a rapper would say. He's singing a version of an R&B record
That a
that a
rapper
rap would say.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you
Right
this. In this day and time, is there any, with technology and how you can build your own fan base, is there any such thing as gatekeepers right now?
No, we have people that have strong influence, and it's because they've grown in our culture, and the new versions of them made them important.
Okay.
When 21 Savage comes out and he's Red Rum, if you look at the War Angel LP, you'll see Red Rum. When Pop comes out and you see his version of Many Men, when you're on Gang Time, you got a whole group of niggas over there you know that know who you are.
Yeah.
They would like to knock you off because you mean something to this side. it's easy why you would be feeling like many men want death on you, right? So these records connect because the circumstances have changed, but the feelings haven't.
Right.
Time has gone by, but it's the same
Story.
you know. And the outlook, even when I talk to the young boys, I'm like, yo, so what's up with them? He's, oh no, homie, those are ops, right? And I'm like, so what happened? He's like, nah. What it means is he don't even, I don't know.
You
He
don't
don't know
know
why they beefing.
No, he don't even know, but he know those is not cool.
Facts.
That's his information that he received. That's the way he feel about it. And it's real to him because they gonna act off it. And I go, oh,
Understand.
okay. I ain't gonna pry. Because your path is your path. I know it wasn't tough. It wasn't tough to me. I'm gonna tell you, that's a good kid. Like a good kid. He could have woke up yesterday and decided he all the way in.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you not to look at him like I look at him. I'm only saying I see him that way because of how he was around me and his upbringing.
Right.
And he'll look at me and go, and not even know how to behave that way. Now with you, it may be a different story. You see what I'm saying? And it may be the incident that turns him into a tough for real.
Yeah.
But and I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I look and I go, oh shit. I didn't see him doing that, but he did that. Like,
Right.
The reason I asked you about the gatekeeping, the reason I asked you about who blackballed you, because I just be one of these young kids to know that you don't have to f with 50 Cent. You don't have to f with this person. You don't have to, and you can make it and to be as big as 50 Cent.
Well, listen, look, somebody gotta be next. Somebody gotta be next. But then away
There's
from
always
that,
somebody next, right?
they gotta come in with a significance of something that's driving it. That's real. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't think about me. Think about the barbershop and the beauty salon, and how they were communicating about it because it was so intense to them. It was so real.
Real talk.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
going on all over the world.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Like,
And it's like,
anyone
yo,
else.
nah, you better be knowing what's going on around you, because it can just happen and you just there. If you're not aware of it, you're not gonna feel what's important and what's not important,
Yeah.
and make the right decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
I look at things like, I'm like, yo, bro, I can be so removed from it that I don't have to be conscious of it. The f am I doing talking to these people, girl? Right? You going, no, I don't have to.
Right.
At all, nigga.
Right.
Let me tell you, I get on some J
Yeah.
tell you past the great Palm.
Yeah. That's the shit.
I don't even be around, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. If you go, we've seen that transition and that importance is like, let's pick places to make those places important. I look and see what are they doing. If they're doing things, it was.
I don't know what
Trying to figure out how to say it without saying too much.
Seeing you guys have an interview with Jay Prince and them following the takeoff, them so sensitive at that point. I can see your uncomfortability in some of the things that you said, like some of the answers and response, because it means you're conscious of what is actually happening
Right.
around you. Another person will ask that it's an interview. If you're not from the environment, you haven't been subjected to it, so you don't understand what you're saying, and you're just saying some shit.
Right.
And you look at YouTube, there's no ramifications for the shit they do. I've seen myself say I didn't say
Right.
all over this thing. I'm looking like, oh shit, when I say that, I'm clicking the shit to see what I said if I said it. I'm like, what the fuck I say that for?
You didn't say it.
I never said that. But they make what they want it to be
Absolutely.
on YouTube, and it's small enough for you not to have an issue, because if you address it through the legal system, then look, I'll do it for recreational purposes.
Legal.
When they agitate me, I'll send the lawyers.
How much you pay for lawyers a year? Just
Spend $1 million a year anyway. I spent $24 million in my career so far. I can't wait till I get rich. Just on lawyers.
just if anybody.
Damn.
I spent
24
$24 million in my career on legal fees. I'm
Damn.
general counsel. I don't have a manager. I need you to manage me for. I've done every deal 100 times that I would be doing, like for me as a music artist, or for. What I need you to do that for?
Get some of my money.
Yeah. they all want to work at a percentage, and you go a percentage of me. Like, you didn't build this. I
No,
built
for
it.
real.
So I'm just gonna pay counsel.
Right. That's like even I'll even develop management companies to help the artists out because I'll say, eat what you kill. Let your money, because you know who they put as a manager? Someone they trust. Someone that's not gonna steal the money from you, girl. Imagine, because they meet in the audience before they meet in the record company.
Mm-hmm.
If this was hot last night, we put it on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, take all, boom, this out of nowhere, he starts to become somebody in the culture because the kids is following it. It's cool.
Right.
He don't have time. If that happened the first time we wrote a good record, we wouldn't be prepared for it.
Right.
The nigga, you know what came to me, was, what's the name sound like Future? It
Ancho?
sounded like Future.
I got clubs in Atlanta.
Panda. Yeah, I got bras in Atlanta.
Yo.
I met with him before he did the deal with Kanye and them. Had him at the office.
Oh,
I'm like,
what's
yo,
his
so
name?
Let me hear the other records you got. And he's like, I said, that's it. And the shit was so hot that he had it, I was struggling. And I was like, nah, I can't get that money. Let them give him whatever they're gonna give him. I know who I was
You
when
gotta
I
have
made
some
one
backup
record.
plan, nigga.
When I made one record, I didn't know how to make the next one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have the distraction of a hit record, you move around, you start seeing all these bad. You done been married 3 times this weekend. So if this is done happen, you done got all this confused. You like, what happened? What's your next record? I don't know. I think I like her. I think I love her.
Distraction.
You thinking other shit that wasn't even in your thought process prior to that hit.
Right.
So where do you find a hit record?
You was fucked
You see what I'm
up.
saying? We're not on the same thought pattern that you was when you made the hit. I got bras in Atlanta. I'm like, this is fine. I would ask the radio DJs. I had the radio DJs around. I'm like, yo, so let me ask you a question, right? Because I was doing the Branson shit, right? And this is my way of making sure
You're not tripping?
that I gave them something back. I've never asked a DJ in anywhere, any territory, anywhere, and I've never had an argument with a DJ outside of DJ Clue because he's a right. He just did some shit that made me look at him like that. But outside of that, I've never had an issue with a DJ. Period, right? And it's because I need them.
They still matter?
Huh?
How much do DJs matter right now?
Now look, the kids, the young demo don't give a fuck about what you're talking about.
Right.
When we talking about DJs. Because their streaming is gonna happen before the DJ plays the record.
Right. Right.
When you do play
You gotta
it,
put it out.
I'm already hot, nigga. You playing it because I got an audience.
But they still important though, because
It
of
is
what they
important.
gave us.
It doesn't make it to the mainstream if they don't touch it.
Yeah, they're important.
But by the time it's happening organically, when it's happening for the first time.
Let me say something. I seen Ross take a shot at you a couple weeks ago about a girl that you're not even with no more. And then, what is it with you and Ross that's just been going on for so long?
I spent it to you, right? Nothing else works for him outside of mentioning me. When things get bad, you mention me. It gets covered further. You ever see TMZ and say, 50 Cent said this is gonna be bad for Irv Gotti's career. I get covered across the board. They get covered on the hip hop blogs. It is what it is. And you watch because
that's
I
a
have
shot.
nothing else to say.
That's a
You just see
shot.
it happen periodically as it goes. You know, you see that big white elephant, that property he lives at? It costs more than the nightclubs. He's in the nightclubs.
Yeah.
We know what they can give you. They can't pay you more than they can pay you because the room can't hold enough people for them to give you the money to stay there. You can stay until you're a squatter, holding on to the leg of the chair that they're moving. But that's what it is. It's just a part of presentation.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You can see this. You don't need me to say this. You know this.
Yeah.
Look at it. What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass?
Right.
You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Let me ask you.
The AC broken in the.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What do it take for a person to shoot a film? a clean film. It ain't got, not your, to shoot a clean film that's
Don't shoot a film, shoot a series. A film requires a star.
okay.
We got to make the money back in 3 weekends. We need 30 seconds. We only got 30 seconds to make people want to watch it.
The first 30 seconds.
The 30-second trailer that they put
trailer.
out. A minute and 30 seconds. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds to make everybody want to watch this. So they got to see somebody and go, oh, okay, yeah, cool. I want to check that out. If you make the series, we watch this and go, nah, this is good. We've seen some series catch traction on YouTube, different things that make the series, bro. It doesn't require stars, it requires talent.
Series.
When people are authentic, they can be playing a character that they can play because they notice behavior.
And the one
And
thing
you
I
go-
said, you made stars.
That's it. They didn't know. Look, bro, I was going, what is wrong with these people? They was acting like, I said, you number one African American Latina households for 10 years. Multiple shows. I talked to Tyler about it. I watched, he's still putting up number one. I'm damn. He'll send it to me in advance. I said, for your eyes only, don't even show nobody else. Man, this nigga got more. This nigga got more. He got more of this shit. And you'll see me start doing things. Since we got here, I didn't even mention the 50 Cent Action, my channel. It'll come, I got 18 hours of premium content that I'm gonna run through there. So you go,
It's just gonna be like Netflix or somewhere. Like it's gonna be.
1,800 hours, it's free television.
It's called 50 Cent Action.
It's ad driven. So there's no fee for you to have that app on your television.
So I can just
Just
download.
click like Netflix, it's downloaded onto your TV and it's free.
And you got the ad revenue is paying for everything.
Power, everything's there.
So being the fact that I could count like at least 4 stars you done made from TV series. But then when you sit back and you see like Ghost, Amari Hardwick say, I ain't get paid what I was supposed to get paid, and how that make you feel?
Yeah, look, he doesn't mean that to me, right? He'll send a DM, yo, I didn't mean for that to come out like that. They're turning it around into something else. And I go, but that, it still is what it is. They're still saying what they're saying, right? At the end of the day, Ghost was supposed to die where I died.
Oh, you extended it.
I extended it.
Yeah.
I told her she was planning to kill him. See, when people have success for the first time, sometimes they need it to be their own. The problem with working with 50 Cent is it's 50 Cent's show.
Right.
The writers, multiple writers in the room, real talented. Bro. Building this, putting it together. There's no one person responsible for a hit TV show. It's multiple people having a moment. The actors are bringing the characters to life. The writers are making it's coming together, right?
And it
It's
all
a
starts
collective.
with the writers.
Right, but it
You ain't
starts
got-
on
you
the
gotta
right. We ain't got nothing.
Don't matter.
So
How many writers you have in the room?
11.
11 writers.
That's the difference because all you recognize is a showrunner. You're only looking at the showrunner was 11 people responsible for what you just saw.
Right.
So you look and go, when I'm there, it gets uncomfortable at points when it goes on for a long time, a lot of success, and it keeps saying 50 Cent, 50 Cent, 50 Cent, 50 Cent. They gotta be comfortable with it. Like Peacock, right now, the #2 highest rated show with the TikTok murders. I never said this stat to nobody because #2 is the first to lose. I don't care about #2s. I like number ones.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's still the second highest rated they've seen in a 30-day time period. And that company is gonna, next time I pitch something that's a docuseries, is gonna say, yes, we don't even need to think about it, put it right here.
How do a pitch go? Is it a deck or is it?
Sometimes they make decks and stuff like that, but I don't pitch like, you look, most people pitch and they need a show, they need a show to work. That's all they need to be comfortable in life, a producer.
One show.
One hit show that's a long running show.
And you got 4 of them right now, huh?
I got 34 shows across 10 different networks, but 4 of them are actively running on Stars. And this is the only reason why I would commit. Look, there's nobody else that could commit to this, to Shreveport thing. Would make sense for them. There's $27 million in that building that I put over there. Alone, just the studio. Everything that I bought away from that is shit that I bought just because I need them to feel what you feel, what we feel right now.
Yeah.
Here.
Tension.
So it's not a bad place to go. In the process, it makes the place cool. It's just.
Brings you
If
joy.
I can't have a
Makes a
place
good
that-
environment.
my favorite things to eat. These are the places I would go eat in New York City. Say Less, Lagos, different spots. We would hit these spots. This is why they're here for the weekend.
Yeah.
Unlock the world's largest, most
This episode of Million.
$1,000 worth of game, I'm watching the shit. They're not, you don't always, even the pieces. The clips and shit that's going on and shit, I'm like, oh. Personality-wise, they can't match up with, you know.
Thank you, man.
It can't. I'm talking about the part where y'all just around. You see what I'm saying? Not when it's something serious to change me up. Just that is the better part of watching it, and the thing that creates I'd rather go there than to go talk to somebody who don't understand what I'm talking about.
Right. Real
Yeah, like you look and you go, the fact that they would pick, when I'm pointing out the Jay Prince interview, when I was there, I don't know a lawyer, anyone that would advise you to speak at that point, them choosing to speak on your platform says that they felt safe. Right there. Because you're not supposed to talk about nothing under those circumstances. You understand what I'm saying to you? Not one thing. So when I say that, I'm like, and there's no control of what the questions you ask or how you react off guard, and it's on film, so people can judge for themselves how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's still certain things I look at and go, it almost may turn into, when they're trying to cancel people, the place that they have to go so they're not canceled. Where the f do you go if that happens? Right? I pointed out religion, I pointed out politics. Those are the two things you saw Kanye around in. He stepped on a landmine.
Mm-hmm.
First, he said thought slavery was like accepted or intended because we went on for so long. And got away with that because black folks was looking like, what the fuck? We didn't even know how to respond to that shit. Like, he said, that was so crazy, right? Then he said, some about the Jews, they don't have a reason to forgive you, man. Their loved ones are lost. I got a phone call from someone I was working with. She won an Academy Award for Spotlight, Nicole Rockland. She was crying on the telephone, Gilly. She said, you're not gonna do a school with this, are you? Because he was doing the Donda schools, and he was saying he wanted to do, because I was doing a lot of stuff in Houston with the independent school district. And he was like, yo, maybe we build a school together. And I was like, yeah, maybe when die down, you hot, you got the fans all on you. Right? No. I'm just thinking in my head, Gilly, it can't be a bad thing to build a school, right?
Right.
No matter how you say it.
But we gotta wait.
Right, we gotta wait till this cool off, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Right now, don't bring me this now. He calls me, you're not gonna build a school with this, are you? I'm like, no. No, I'm not gonna build a school. I said that there's no plans for the school. I just said it because he said this. But she was crying on the phone because she was really hurt by what he said. And there's no apology. Like, where's the apology at for her individually if she's hurt individually? There's no way to fix it. So I stay away from that. That was my lesson in that. Because I know certain areas you can tap into that you can't repair it. Like, I don't know have a way to repair that for that person. Like, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. What advice you have? We have a hydration drink called Pure Fuel, right? You know, it's the official drink of the 76ers, official drink of Chicago Sky. What advice could you give us from having vitamin water? What type of game can you give us? And how did you go about with the vitamin water thing? And how
Put
did
it
you,
on the table, first of all.
we ain't got it right here.
We don't got it. We got to put it on the table when we're doing the interviews and shit like that, because just having it present, your lifestyle, that's what they want to follow. You got starting a podcast because of your podcast. It changed, like they want that, like whatever they see you have it. Not in you like when we put it on a commercial like that, it gets the least amount of likes when it's a professional picture. Absolutely. When it's casually in your lifestyle, they look at it and go, "What's that?" You'll see it the shirt you had on. They'll see the choice. This is the perfect choice. Where I'm from, a white shirt says I'm clean. That's a statement. You made a statement. Not everybody where we from is clean. When we decide something designer, this say product. That costs. We know the difference in the cost of a regular Pro Club white T-shirt and a Prada shirt, right? And it's both a choice, but it's an actual cool option every time. Just being clean is enough. You decide I want to do this, throw some fresh clicks, and I'm glad to go out like this. Well, it's hot as a out here. It's 120 degrees out there. But it's an option. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to see that and people make the choice.
How did you get into vitamin water? How did you get in?
I was walking down the aisle in the supermarket and I saw spring water. And the spring water was $2.69 and it was from Poland Spring. And then I saw spring water and it was for 59 cents. And I was like, I know I wouldn't know the difference. I want to sell water. I wouldn't care if I was 79 cents in the middle. But then we stumbled over vitamin water. At the time, it was privately owned. It was in Queens. And they understood the momentum.
So it was already existing.
It was an existing
You went in for equity?
Yeah. When I got in, and they was providing stock options for employees at points, so I was able to buy some of the options from other employees. Because people who go to work 9 to 5, they live in the now.
Yeah.
Right.
If you say there's a deal right now where I can move to a new house and Junior can have his own room and
But 5 years from now, it could be this.
Give me now.
Give me now.
Yeah.
How long did it take to pop from when you walked into it till you sold it, till y'all sold it?
I think it was 2.5 years after we got involved. But and the momentum of me publicly at that point was monstrous. Like, look, before I came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, the most I seen African-American male artist sell as a solo artist was Tupac All Eyes on Me. It was a double CD.
6 million.
And so, 6 million copies. They made it a diamond record, 12 million copies. But, and that 6, it was like at 5 at that point and grew to 6 at that point. So now if you look, when you see me come and do 13 million records on the Marshall, on Get Rich or Die Trying, it's a monster of a price. 10 at that, in the early stages, like so, and then slow goes the other 3. Like Trump will get shot and it go up 250%. And many men will play again because it's relevant to
Many men killing them right now.
Yeah, it still works. Like, it's because those circumstances are not gonna go away. It's just gonna be someone new understanding the feeling now.
Yeah.
Understanding the motivation and why you wrote the record. Like, and then it goes, oh no. It's a whole different feeling to it, a whole different context because they watched that, but the same scenario.
Now, you said Master P, you said Russell Simmons, who 3 other black guys in the game that's big that helped you?
It'll help Jay's definitely.
Jay helped you?
Yeah.
How did you
As a
help?
competitor.
Explain it.
Yeah, because he never was someone that you communicate with that you're like friends with the person. But I always respected him because he was never an actual competitor in actual fact. He was someone who was a competitor through perception. He continued to sustain his perception of him through eras of artists. Ja was selling more records than Jay-Z.
Yeah, I know. Juvenile, I think, sold more records than Jay-Z.
Juvenile sold much records. A lot of niggas came and sold more records than him. In the period that he still sustained some sort of cool. Yeah.
About that nigga.
Yes. That he was able to hold on to that. And then that, feeling that way, I mean, it's a part of how you carry yourself. When you perceive yourself highly. you can project that energy and people can agree.
All right, so Jay, that's number 3.
Yeah, Jay, and then who else?
Master P, Russell, Jay. 2 more.
In hip hop,
This in the culture, black folk. Any
just-
black folk.
just to watch. I learned from Oprah.
Okay.
Damn. Oprah, because she all television shows have targeted demographics. An audience that, if you look at Oprah Winfrey's audience, it was middle-aged white women. Because the way her views, even though they escaped the fact that she was an African-American woman in front of them. Yeah. Because she was so successful, when she said things and it was the way they thought, they said, oh, I think like a billionaire. And they make, because once we put you a billionaire, and then you say things and you think exactly the way they think, they go, oh, she's a billionaire. She's amazing. I love Oprah. So it's harder to go against people that connect to that demographic, because that's our actual audience. It's easy to smash Russell. It's easy to smash Michael Jackson. It's easy to smash. When they f up, you're dead, nigga. They gonna hit you with the kill shot. You understand? But we didn't see that for Weinstein. We didn't see that for her chef. The chef that was, that was cooking, they had some issues and shit like that. We didn't see different things, and I kind of saw getting ready to get Russell, and I was like, we ain't got nobody left.
Who the last person that helped you? That'll be 5. The last person.
Help me. Look, these are people that I learned from a distance too. It's not like that I.
Ain't nobody helped him, man. He came with Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Yeah, they helped me. Really, I could only point to those 2 people because creatively they got it.
See, you gotta understand. He came in the game. He was the outlaw, man.
Yeah, like
nobody wanted to help him until he dropped from that ceiling upside down, and that shit did the numbers.
Oh shit! Now
then
it's like
the motherfucker was the change of the pendulum. So now the motherfucker that was with them, they willing to fuck with you now because you bigger.
How did the Eminem first encounter go? When he first got with you?
It was wild. It felt like.
How did it happen?
Remember that show that had Punk on MTV?
Yeah, Punk,
I thought they had cameras and it was gonna come out and say you've been.
Where was y'all at? What city was y'all
I
at?
was in California. You flew me to LA, right? I came out. I was so bugged out from the experience that I came through the airport with the vest and shit on. I'm lucky I took the shot plate out the front of the joint, because when I came through, it didn't. But the lawyer that I had with me, that took me to him, I get there, he like, yo, how do you feel the vest and shit? Like, yo, this is gonna be the biggest, right? He's like, yo, I'm so excited, that it made me question whether what was happening was right. Because I just wasn't so used. It felt so good that it couldn't be like right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, nah. And when I left that meeting, I didn't want him to feel like he brought a problem. So I wouldn't say anything about Ja Rule.
Yeah.
I kept it, I didn't say one thing.
How long did the meeting last?
It was like, when I met him, the first night I met him, he had an event. It was the Marshall Mathers LP just came out the first week. He sold 1.7 million records. And he was so excited about me that I'm looking like, you serious? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. And by the time I got back, and I would never say anything about John until the first time I said something about him. John made a mistake and said something about Haley. When he said something about Haley, he thought that they made some sort of kind of connection when they was getting high or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the f made him think like this? And I'm like, it was a Friday evening. Em didn't record that Friday. I recorded that Friday, that Saturday, that Sunday. He came back. I had a full CD, Automatic Gunfire. It was my whole mixtape, Automatic Gunfire, was done Monday morning. He was listening. He's going, yo, when did y'all get a chance to? All this shit was this weekend. Like, I was dying to do that. I just didn't want him to feel like he brought a problem, because I knew he didn't understand the severity of who I am is. You know, like it's a little different. Like with me, it's like consequences is you dead, nigga. It's not enough to talk about. Like, I mean, he didn't quite understand that. He was he was listening to the material. He was listening to the
And
music.
this is hot.
He said, "It's hot."
How much money did he give you for that first deal?
I got $1 million.
Cash, after taxes.
The only person that pointed out that $1 million was no money was Damon Dash, and he has no money now. I only felt that, because he said, well, that ain't no money. Like, after you get you a watch, a chain, and you look out for the homies, and you do this, then it's nothing. Right? And I was like, nigga, I'm from 134th Street. $1 million is a lot of money.
Right.
I think I hit the lotto.
Right.
How you gonna say it's no money? Like, and I just never forgot that because of how it felt.
Was that the only offer you got? Was any other labels offered you?
I met with everybody. I met with Clue, Desert Storm, all of them. It's because I wanted them to say they was doing the deal with me. First thing they did when they came in, Skeen came in with them. He said, yo, we talked to the Wolves. They said it's okay to talk to you. You think I do a deal with it? They gotta ask somebody if it's okay.
What other labels you done a deal with? What other name brand labels that offered you a deal?
Dino the Valley Universal.
Valley Universal.
They offered me a deal for the whole collective. Like, they wanted my solo album and then the G-Unit albums.
Yeah.
Because I started making the tapes. But I didn't make the tapes until, LL was just talking about this recently. He was talking about Paradise. I wrote the chorus to Paradise. Charmel sung the reference vocals, and then A. Marie got it and turned it to what it is now. But I don't know why he was struggling with the idea of people feeling like I wrote for him, because I don't f about writing for LL Cool J, bro. Like, that nigga was so far ahead of my career.
Right.
Like, I love LL Cool J. Like, I don't want him to ever feel like I want something or discredit him in any way. Like, that nigga was like
dog, you
the beginning.
Man. Like,
yeah, like, you was mama said knock you out. Like, dude, oh, don't with me, man. Don't make me feel like that, because I don't need to feel like that. There's nothing in it for me to take credit for anything that he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what? Nah, but I did write records over for him. I felt like his A&R person let him pick records, and his ear was too mature.
Yeah.
You picking old school, this is what's working right now.
Right.
Listen to these music, do your version of that to this music.
Right.
And people will hear,
Something
relate
different.
to it. They can do that dance that they're doing right now, that same bop to that, to that joint.
Right.
You just went on tour after all these years, and you sold a shitload of tickets.
Yeah. My audience is rich.
Your audience is what?
Yeah, they're rich. If you was in college in 2003, when I came out, and the music came on, and everybody agreed to have a good time. People disagree on everything, right? But they agree to have a good time when the music come on. We can't tell that they don't like each other. Right? You had this experience, this girl, she just got a license and a whole control of her. She decided she'd give it to who she wants to, and she decided she wanted to give it to you. It's the greatest moment of your life, right? Now look, when this is happening, and you connected to me, because musically, my music is playing. Later, everything that we do at one point in our life, we do it differently at another point, right? So let's say you would go to a sports bar, or you would go to a nightclub, or you would go to the drink you would have at dinner. You start to have that wine cellar or that bar in your house, and you have that drink in the privacy of your home. Because socially, if you went to the nightclub, you would be hanging out with your kids.
Yeah.
When I saw this last tour, I saw a bad. I was like, oh, this is bad. Girl, the only difference between this tour and my other tours is when I looked this tour, I said, Dad, where's your mother?
Yeah.
Damn.
Where the is your mother? That little pretty, where's your mother? I know your mother is bad.
Mother look good at her.
Look, that little is 23 years old, 24 years. Get the
Your mother gotta be fine.
Your mother gotta, your mom is ready.
Yeah.
And she know I've been winning for so long, she should win with me.
Well, man, we appreciate
We gotta
Fifth.
get out of here. Renee said we gotta get out of
Believe
here.
that,
We gotta
man.
shoot
Make
up.
sure y'all cop everything that's
Everything
up
you got
there.
going on, man.
Yeah, me.
Check out all the series,
Branson,
everything that come
yeah,
on.
me.
50 Action. is coming when? When is 50 action coming?
50 action is coming out.
He just leave him.
Leave that, man.
Did he just leave him hanging with that
You gotta
debt?
get out of here, Renee. You gotta get out.
Leave
You
that,
gotta
man.
shoot
Make
love.
sure y'all cop everything that's
Everything
up
you got
there.
going on, man.
Yeah,
Check out all the series.
Branson, leave that, man. Make sure y'all cop everything that's
Everything
up
you got
there.
going on, man.
Yeah,
Check out all the series.
Right.
Oh, he
Everything
left
that's going on.
50.
50 action is coming when? When is 50
Damn.
action coming?
50 action is coming
It's free.
out.
All
Coming
free
out.
content.
Free TV.
Free TV.
streaming.
50 action.
Boom.
Get with it, man.